Let's kill something, man. I've got things to do. Kill.
I got $12.
Max the Tank was having a conversation with a contact of his.
Sorry for sake of the game. Let's do it offline.
Fine. That's fine. Is there anything? It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You've got about 4 hours until the testing will begin. Is there any final preparations you want to make?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and
Naps followed by a cup of coffee.
I want to talk to the guys about maybe some strategic goings.
5-hour energy. We're going to talk to my guys about the arm.
Okay.
You people who are studying it.
So I'm going to talk to these guys here about the possible things we're going to be encountering with this guy and how to defeat it. God bless you.
Bless you.
Sneeze. Cover your mouth. Hey, absorb his bacteria. So I've got a bunch of ideas. Pound it to death. Tank. Yeah. Find its weakness with sonar. Okay. Mind transfer. Electricity. You transfer with Mike with your electricity into Mike, and as you pound it, you can electrocute it to try to shock it and get into it.
And I got an idea for Mike later on.
Good. We're throwing it out. I'm just kind of getting it all. And
you're listening to more than one, right?
I know.
Okay.
But we've got this. I just kept throwing ideas out. And if all else fails,
you know, we run. Some shit's got to stick to the wall somewhere.
Right. That's it. That was my 2 weeks of investigation, guys. That was it right there, all about 5 minutes.
Very good.
I got more.
I think you do.
I've got more. We have more too.
You get a knock on the door in the conference room. Nick Fury appears. He says, I hope you guys are getting ready for the battle of your life. Nerd, I got something for you. He tosses something in midair. You want to make an agility roll?
No, I just want to catch it.
It's a green. It's an easy agility roll.
I start to move towards him.
Okay.
81. No, yeah, 81.
81. Is that?
Catch it. I catch it back.
Oh man, I need 2, bro.
You catch a tubular rod that is approximately 2 feet long. It seems to be made of the material that was being experimented on yesterday during the tour. A very hard material. It's a baton. He says, I'm sorry, we can't get telescopic function for you so quickly, but it's a stick. And you know, I heard a man once say that it's important to walk softly and carry a big stick. Good luck.
I charge the whack Tank.
Are you really going to attack Tank?
Yeah, you see, he's going to die into a scratch him.
All right, make me a fighting roll.
I want to see if he's not defending.
Mm-hmm.
Do I still have to make a fighting roll?
If you just want, you just want to test it?
I can put into the rod.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Do I get bonus for using the magic material or not?
I
Can
understand.
you tell me that, or do I have to wait for charge to use it?
I think you got to waste a charge to find out. Yeah.
All right, Tank. Sorry, buddy.
So let's just say that Tank's not paying attention, so that he lets
Sure, it's an auto. We'll say it's an auto hit, unless you roll a 1. Unless you roll a 1.
Let's say Tank is engaging Nick. Let's say Tank is engaging Nick.
41.
Okay. So you charge the rod. It seems to carry additional charge. It has some sort of quality that makes it have an affinity with electricity. For game purposes, you get an extra +5 on electric damage when hitting somebody with this rod. The rod is also of a significant strength. I mean, it is stronger than steel. It appears to be...
So when the walls are closing in?
It might be a good thing to have. When you hit Max the Tank, the damage will be 36 is the base strength of the material, plus whatever your strength is, plus whatever your electricity is, plus 5. So how much damage is that?
36 plus 41.
Do you want it? I'm sorry, Bob. It was.
It's 77 plus your strength.
Thank you, Jeff, for trying to All right. Energy emission is 30.
So there's baseline 30 plus 5.
Plus 5, 35. My strength is 10.
Yep.
It's 45.
Yep.
Did you want my fighting too?
No, it only adds your strength.
Okay, so 45.
So 45 damage?
Yeah.
And what's your body resistance?
30 something,
My resistance is, I think, 26.
Blind.
Hey, friend.
I think it's more than that, isn't it?
Oh, you're going to tell me I just knocked him across the room? Tell me I knocked him across the room. That would be really cool.
You knock him across the room. 36.
36. And what was damage? 45?
Yeah.
You knock him, and he staggers backwards, and you actually see a bruise appear on his body.
Oh, sorry, my friend. I did not expect that to be so powerful.
It heals in 9 minutes later. It's completely gone as if it
I
never
helped you
existed.
use some energy.
I'm gonna refrain from pounding him into the ground.
Thank you.
Max looks extremely angry at the unprovoked attack. Nick Fury grins wryly.
Do I get to keep this work done?
We'll see about that.
No.
It's it's classified material, but we'll see.
I'm a superhero.
I know.
I understand some of you want maps. Well, I'll tell you something. When the villains are being attacked in the middle of a city, they don't have maps. They got to figure out where they are and act.
I'm pretty
Our
sure they
last
have
two
maps.
villains we fought actually had maps of the city.
I'm pretty sure they have maps, sir.
Unfortunately, you are not as smart as the average villain, and you will
All
be
they need
fighting.
is a cell phone, and they can get a map from Google Earth. We can't do that here. Come on.
We are not fighting.
We try to fight a little
Oh,
over.
I have one more suggestion for one of the things we can do. Max can use the nerd as a battering ram.
Oh, thanks. That's
Oh,
good on my
interesting. Very interesting.
Don't as good as about that Rogers whacked me with.
We will not be putting you in the middle of the desert. We have set up an environment that will replicate what you might find with supervillains in a city. Are there any further questions?
Are we going to be in a desert?
Do we care about collateral damage?
You can use any resource that is available to
So
you.
we're pretending to be the villains.
You are pretending to be something that can destroy these things.
Look, man.
Max,
I just need to know one
Max asks-
thing.
Oh, I know where it is.
Where they are.
Max asked Nick, sheer deadpan serious. So, at what point is the stopping point if, let's say,
What do
these
we say?
things
Pancake.
happen to be a little bit more than we can handle?
Pancake. When we say pancake, we surrender.
Shrubbery.
These are designed to be non-lethal. They will knock you out, but they will not hurt you. Any final questions? Gentlemen, I wish you good luck. And with that,
Luck is for the ill-prepared, Mr. Shield.
he leaves the room. You might hear a little bit of a chuckle as he closes the door behind him. Any final preparations before you are escorted to the test site? Done. Nice round of coffee. Dinner is offered to you. Not sure if you want to
Light,
stay late. Fair enough. Okay. Are you guys ready?
I'll be scared in the room then. This is several hours from now.
Unable to go get some.
Max
Turns to the nerd and says, you might want to schedule time in the infirmary instead of inside.
Set your magnification to say around 30%, I think.
I didn't know Con was
And I think you're going to want to scroll down on the map. So, Joel, set your magnification to 30%, and then scroll down to the bottom of the map.
Yeah, I see it.
And, there you go, Josh. Okay, so this is what you see. Joel, is that background music too loud for you?
No.
Okay.
It's way better in my house.
You are in a mock city. The folks at R&D at S.H.I.E.L.D. have constructed in the middle of a desert City X. Wait, question? Is there a comment?
No, Mike and I are still celebrating Raiders of the Lost Ark for later.
Oh.
And Adam may have anything about the Raiders. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know I get it.
Sorry.
Awesome, cool.
Okay. It looks like it is a city under siege. What you have right now is first of all, you notice it is dark outside. Night has fallen. It is illuminated through the result of streetlights. They look like they are standard city streetlights, much like you would find in New York City. They are lit. They cast light in about 25-foot radius. There are two buildings in front of you. You see a couple of old blue trucks. There's a forklift, a yellow forklift. There's a number of discarded military vehicles, as you can see. Some of them might be drivable, some of them are not. Behind you, to your left, you see Nick Fury. He has a tablet and looks like he's taking notes. To the left of him are two armed soldiers of S.H.I.E.L.D., just providing some additional security. You notice, if you want to zoom, I'm not sure if that's, you can always zoom a little bit more if you think 30% isn't detailed enough. Feel free to zoom up.
That's the one thing I don't like about Roll20, it doesn't scale a little bit. I want it to fill the whole screen.
Gotcha.
What if we close the group chat?
You can close that, yeah. Close the group chat, and that helps.
No, I just bring it in.
Wrong way.
X the group chat. On the right.
Yeah, X that,
And
then click that. Now you got to scroll a little bit. Scroll to find it.
Oh, good.
It's at the bottom of the block.
You guys, cut it off. I'm better at something. All right.
So Joel, they're taking it to like 60%, 50%, so they can see a little bit better what's out there.
Okay.
Okay, you see what appears to be buildings. The buildings are about 30 feet high. He did say that there's one constraint: try to stay within the boundary of the terrain, and the enforcement droids will attempt to do the same, just for the purposes of this test.
What's our maximum ceiling for those who fly?
You can go as high as you like.
Not you.
There's no hard deck.
I know.
And this is all you can see right now. That's about as far as your vision on the ground is limited to. He does say that the enforcement droids are on the other end of the field. And gentlemen, I wish you luck. Any questions?
So this is like a game of capture the flag.
This is a game of destroy anybody who owns a flag until they no longer are moving. Yeah.
What is the large vehicle to the left?
That appears to be a United Nations tank.
Any way of talking, non-Jim, any way you guys want me to take over one of the guys behind Nick and see what he's looking at? Just to get a little game advantage, perhaps?
It sounds like something that the supervillains would do.
It is enough parameters to do what we need to do.
You know, they want,
I wouldn't
they
go
want
into
to
Nick though.
They want to confine us to a set of rules that the bad guys don't play.
There are no rules.
Yeah.
The only rule is there is no fight club.
What's your guy's name? Andy! Can you drive the tank?
Should be.
In
In the tank. You too. In the tank. See what you can
He is the tank.
You are the tank.
Yes, but he knows how to drive. He can teach Andy quickly.
Andy can drive.
And then we have a tank.
Driving a
Another
tank.
tank.
Driving a tank is like driving a skid steer loader, and I grew up driving one of those as a kid.
All right, two of you in the tank.
Tank?
Drop your weapons and surrender. Drop your weapons and return peaceably. This is the S.H.I.E.L.D. Anti-Villain Task Force. Drop your weapons, citizen.
You hear a voice way off in the distance. It sounds like it's easily at least a couple hundred feet away. You suspect that you may have been detected. And at this point,
we just talk and we can hear the vibration.
I think, so you're using your power so that you can have everybody's speech hear everyone else no matter where they are in the battlefield? That sounds like a great application.
What? Got it? Got it.
In order to use that power, I need you to roll to see if you succeed.
What do I need?
Green.
Am I under sound manipulation or
Green will
vibration?
succeed, but if you get a green, then and you get like hurt or attacked,
Just in about 5 minutes.
there's a
Yeah, that's right.
on a successful green, you will be able to maintain it if you don't have to do any concentrating. If you get it, well, what's the strength of your power?
What, vibration or sound manipulation?
Sound manipulation.
26 remarkable.
All right, so under remarkable, to get a green,
That was my
you have to get a 36.
36?
36 or better.
0.
That's not
Like
good.
Superman on the wires, you know, when you first see taking off, and it kind of goes.
Okay, so scratch off one of your 26 uses. Do you want to try again?
Yep.
Go ahead.
What am I, 20?
This is a basic usage. This is like when the nerd tries to travel through electricity.
This die sucks. Who's got a good die?
Also, the rest of you, I'd like you to roll initiative for me. Could everybody else roll initiative?
Oh. Is that a 10?
I wonder if I'm going to beat this.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I was having hot on it.
10 and a 70.
I'm not going to do that.
70?
By the way, add mine together?
Oh, is that what it is? 71.
Add 3.
17. 74.
Ooh, very nice. 74? Is that in the yellow or the green?
71.
Okay. Is it in the yellow or the green?
Remarkable 84. A 71 is yep.
Excellent. So congratulations. You will now be able to maintain that while doing other actions. The only time there's a chance that you will not be able to maintain communications is if somebody does significant amount of damage to you. If it's a small amount, you're okay. Okay, so you've activated that. What do we have on init rolls? You want to enter in your init rolls?
Oh, you put it up there?
Yep. Should be visible to you.
Roll 100 on it.
You have to click the guy. Tank, what do you got? Click on the number.
I got 24. We're doing 100?
A D10. Your init is D10. Any except for Josh, he's got a D3.
Mike, go for it.
And now you have a D2, right? Very good.
6.
Me. 17.
I think it's 17.
Or no, 10.
Nice. Okay.
You know what it sounds like when Josh is rolling? Sounds like he's rolling every single die in the room.
You know what? It used to be worse. Mike used to roll like 6d6 on his.
No, Mike rolls. He's just endless rolling. I see his face. He goes, and then he picks up 3 more.
That's Savage World.
And he's like, come on, he's like, I love it.
D&D was up to the end.
Oh,
I
it's awesome.
literally had to like go out and buy more d6 dice, man. It was like 16 d6. Wasn't there a way you could get like
He was buying games of risk.
56 d6?
Yeah.
Whichever.
He was buying games of risk just for the dice.
Yeah, you could literally.
Josh, did you enter anything? Because I don't see anything.
You could stack a specific power
Quick for a moment.
as a thief.
Once you add the new one, it kills the Lars.
When you like somewhere in the like
Mike.
high 20s, low 30s.
12. Chris, 6.
It was like
Adam.
66.
6.
Literally, that's like.
You're not hitting enter. You got to hit enter. I think those, they're still open. They haven't been saved, I think.
You actually could
I
take
see.
that 66
Yeah, so
and
there's
the
W8.
total number of damage. It was ridiculous.
Chris was a 6.
I was a 6 here.
Mike was a
12.
Why don't you roll less than Josh?
I only rolled 2 d10s.
Holy shit, he had an 18.
Who's ED?
You could have
Oh,
beaten
17.
You still couldn't beat
I
him.
couldn't beat him. I know. Why did we even roll?
Dude, get in the tank.
I might be looking to
Oh
get
my
him.
god, those are
Okay.
the nits?
You hear
Get on my
metallic
back.
sounding of shunk, 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 shunk.
That's mine. That's mine.
It has more in it. I went for it naturally. That's it. Whatever.
I'm going to assume these things can fly.
Well, they're
Even though we didn't
cooking
see
after.
them do
They've
that.
got rockets.
And that's all you hear is shunk, 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 shunk.
Sounds like they're just walking.
All right. Let's get some recon and some people in the right places. Which direction is it coming from?
It's coming from due north.
Is our
Which would be
is
the
that
top of
their
the
is
street.
that our turn? Shunk, 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 shunk.
You don't see anything.
We guess they were 100 feet off.
I just want to make. I didn't know if we were.
We need some sonar.
Going at it.
We need some sonar.
Okay, so who's up first?
I'm going to delay.
Okay, the nerd delays.
Recon. You got it.
You can rock it horizontal.
Yeah, no, I know. I could go straight up and then I can go straight out. I mean, or I could, I'm gonna go get a bird's eye view.
Okay, show me where you are flying.
Where am I on that now?
You are.
I'm in the group behind the blue car.
You're next to the yellow guy. You're next to the nerd.
So I'm gonna go straight out at a 45-degree angle.
So
Up and out over the field where I know they're coming from.
okay, directly ahead or like diagonal?
No, directly
Oh,
ahead
up.
and off.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
45, sorry.
I understand.
By the way, the way the whole clocking works is that you know how you have those toothbrushes that
And
vibrate?
Bob,
the intent of this mission
Mm-hmm.
is actually, you know what? I changed my mind. So I'm gonna go out at a 45-degree angle, toothbrush, and attempt to make a loop in your mouth around the field.
Oh,
And try to come back.
okay. So you're just trying to get a glance of everything.
Yeah, I just want to get a quick lay of the land to
All right.
report back.
That's fair. Hang on a second.
You can just hang up there and just talk. I can't really hover.
He's got to keep.
I gotta keep moving.
He goes in lines. He's not a perfect flyer by any means.
I mean, I've got pretty good agility, but I'm not, you know, I don't have the mechanism to like fly like a bird. You just, I kind of just go straight.
He's like a shuttle
down, left,
shuttle, but it doesn't stop. It just has to keep the rockets keep going.
Okay, you are able to get a bird's eye view of the map, and perhaps right now you'd like to see what that bird's eye view looks like.
Yes.
Feel free to scroll yourselves.
Okay.
What you can see as you look northwards and you fly northwards is you see several destroyed or abandoned vehicles. You see a couple of howitzers that are unmanned, but there appear to be ammunition within them. Some blasted homes. On the bottom left-hand side, what appears to be a car park with the ceiling blown out. On the right-hand side,
Scroll down, scale it. Scroll up.
okay, there is a building, and you can see into bits of it. And then farther north, there is a street that crosses east-west with a few discarded vehicles. You see another tank, a jeep, a flipped-over truck.
Do we see these things anywhere?
Oh yeah, keep going north. Scroll north a bit more. The tank is right
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
there.
It's where the dark spot is.
Correct.
Got it. We can see through the building?
The buildings, there are no ceilings. The ceilings are gone, and you can see into the buildings.
No structural integrity needed whatsoever.
You got 3?
And you see 3. In fact, one thing that you do note is the 2 on the left and the right look like the training video, but the one in the center looks bigger. It looks bigger, and its armament looks larger. The missiles look larger, and the armor appears to be better enforced. And as you fly over,
Aerial target encountered. Adjusting for angle and vector. Targeting computers online.
What's his vector, Victor?
and they fire at you. You hear fire from 2 of them. 2 of them miss. The third one, the large one, blasts at you. It's 2 twin cannons. Both of them hit you dead on. You take 40 points of damage.
Okay, so I actually take 4.
4.
And I think about that in the next round. How many points held per second?
1 hit point every 72 seconds,
Yeah.
which is 1 every 12 rounds. So you got to keep track of your regen. In 12 rounds, you will have healed 1 hit point.
I found
I hope this doesn't go 12 rounds.
Wait, and you were perfect. So 40
How many points you have?
480 rounds later.
76.
He's doing all right.
72. I got 100.
Sounds reasonable. Mike, you just hold out for 480 more rounds.
Got it.
Keep finding.
Okay, so you report back, I assume, or you're constantly talking as you go?
Well, you just up there.
So actually, I'm just up there talking because they can. Right.
Okay.
So I basically give them the lay of the land, and I tell them I think realistically we need to take advantage of some of these armaments that are around us. Essentially, the tank, these like middle sights. But basically, I lay back that the guy in the middle of this playing area that we're in is going to hurt.
Okay.
We all can't take 40 points of damage.
There they are.
That would kill me.
All right, it looks like. Are there 2 more tanks here, Bob? I'm looking at the big screen.
Yeah, those are 2 more tanks.
Little bats.
I'd like to point out one thing that you guys should know, just for the sake of combat. Adam asked this the first game, but we haven't seen it since. If you want to dodge something, what we'll do is this. You can, even if you take your action and somebody fires or attacks you, you can choose to dodge. That's agility. And then if you move in the next round, then the dodge will be at -2 shift, and then the next attack, whatever you do, will be at -2 as well. But if you dodge now, and then you do nothing next round, you can take the dodge without any penalties.
Okay.
Okay?
So I could have attempted to dodge those rockets.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No. I'm
About 4 points on that.
Okay.
But I guess the idea is I would have clearly had enough time to see him wanting to shoot at me.
Yeah.
And I could have tried to maneuver out of the way.
That's right. But then next round, you'd take a -2 on whatever you wanted
Try
to
to do
do.
that again.
Well, to do any action.
Oh, to do any action, okay.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd be taking 2 actions in 1 round.
Whereas if next round all I did was fly around again,
Yep,
I would be fine the 3rd round if I decided to act.
that's correct. Exactly correct.
All right.
good with that.
All right, now, the nerd you've been holding, do you want to jump in? Or
What's the stage thing?
that appears to be an older tank, maybe circa 1960s, 1970s. It's non-functional, it looks kind of destroyed, and it is making it difficult to pass between the alleyways of the two buildings. You can climb over it, of course. It also provides a fair amount of cover.
Well, I'm thinking that this is the... Unless they're going to blast through the walls, that's the choke point.
Oh yeah.
Or they could just go around.
No, because the map's not that big.
Or they could go through. Or they could go through.
Well,
the
we're supposed. We're supposed to stay within the confines, so I would know that.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually know that.
Yeah, you would.
Through the walls.
They can.
That's the question: is can they go through the walls or over the walls? Sure. Or do we want to?
Over, under, around, and through.
Do we want to try to use that as a choke point?
Sure.
If there's an electrical grid, can you hop into the electrical grid, get behind them?
Do they have an electrical grid inside them?
No, I'm saying, no, in the lights, if there's lights here, there's got to be underground wires that go all the way to the other side. Okay. We'll do that.
I'm actually going to instead race up and charge this cannon.
Okay.
So that if anything touches it, they're going to take the charge.
Just the cannon or the whole tank?
The tank.
The whole tank.
The whole big green tank.
Don't touch the
Put a
green
charge
tank.
into it.
Yes, I'm going to use my power to charge it. Do I throw now, Bob, or once we touches it?
Well, you're 9 squares away. That's a bit outside of your movement range, I think. I think your movement is like 4 squares or
Yeah,
something.
but that was closer than for the
Why
first.
don't you just get to the first one and charge the choke point one, the phase one?
Well, because that one is closer to their side.
Because they have to do that.
I think you can get to the first one in your move, but I don't think you can climb all the way over. That's a little too far away. Maybe if you use electricity, there's a traffic light. There's a light, you notice a light right there. You could zap to there.
From where? Tell me over here.
Yeah, that's where you are. You are currently in the bottom right-hand corner. And there is a light both to your left and to your right.
These are going to be burned through my powers to do this.
How many do you have?
I have
Limited?
one.
Just go up there and jump down. Just stay hidden. Hide behind that first thing and jump over the next.
Well, let's think about it. Let's use our powers wisely. We have a tank over to our left, and we know it's functional, right?
It looks undamaged.
But how are you going to get it there? We got to drive over something.
This.
Yeah, it's a tank. We got to drive over another tank with a tank. I don't think that works out so well. Just FYI. We would need a bigger tank to drive over the little thing.
We're going to need a bigger tank.
We're going to need a bigger tank.
Is there a tank over here, Bob, or is this just garbage?
That is, if you zoom in just a little bit, you would see, it looks like a warehouse. You see crates, you see a pallet. There's like that's like a big cement, long, like, it looks like a wall that's fallen over. It's a portion of the roof that's fallen in. It's about 15 feet by 10 feet, and I'd say it's about 2 or 3 feet thick.
Let's figure out the structural. And just so I understand,
Mhm.
ground is one of the walls.
Correct. Good
So I
question.
will never regen.
You guys know what you're doing?
That's what we
Or
don't.
you...
Pretty sure. Unless things change.
Which they will. They go first. Oh, they've already moved. I think they're
Yeah,
moving.
they've had their turn.
All right. The nerve. Is there anywhere over here in here that I can zap into?
You think there may be some electrical outlets in the northeastern corner. If you scroll to the right, your init bar is hiding it right now. But if you scroll to the right a little bit, you sense the grid, and you think that there are electrical outlets in every corner. Wherever walls make a corner, there is an electrical outlet. Does that make sense? So you'll have one here, you've got one here, there's another one.
Go in there.
I don't know if the...
You're going here, to this corner right here?
That one right there.
All right, roll it.
I guess we
79.
Very impressive.
I teleport to the location within the warehouse where I believe I can see them. And I begin to...
Now, was that a yellow result?
My protection is excellent. Remarkable. 26. My energy
Remarkable. Okay.
Yes, I hit yellow.
Okay. So you still have movement. You rolled high enough that you transported and you can still move.
Can I see the brand?
Yeah. Yeah, you have line of sight on it.
I'm assuming these guys have infrared.
Figure out our plan.
On the big one.
Yeah, you got line of sight on the big one. You sure you want to go there?
I'm going to try out my new slingshot.
Ah.
And then I'm going to run away back through the portal.
Very good. Well, go ahead and that'll be an agility attack. It has to be yellow to hit this creature from this distance. But you are a marksman.
Right, so
It's
I have a 26, and then I get plus...
+1 for marksman.
Yeah.
So that shifts you over from the remarkable column into the incredible column. So you need a 66 or better to hit from this distance.
45.
You fire a supercharged bullet, and it just scatters wide, smashes into the overturned truck. There's a flare, briefly, and then nothing.
Oh,
What will you do now? You have one move left.
I will wait for Adam to get out of the way so I can see better. I'm going to move back toward the center of the warehouse behind this the large concrete pieces of that.
Okay, you're not using a power to that? You're just going to go?
Correct.
Okay. And you charge the sling, right?
Yes.
The shot, so 2 power losses gone, sadly. And just a note, keep track of your greens, yellows, and reds for if you were doing a power stunt. So make
Did I
you...
get a yellow on that? I got a yellow.
I got a yellow on my transit.
Yeah, check those off, guys.
For hitting Mikey, Joshy. Does that agree? I got Mikey's pissed off at me.
All right, that's the nerd. And now we've got P90X. I mean, rather, Andy the android.
Alright, I think I'm going to go down and try to get into that tank down below.
Okay, so you're here. And you're going to get to the tank?
Yeah.
I'd say you might be able to get that tank.
But I have a great agility.
Okay.
4-6 agility.
It's a good agility. I'll let you do it. All right, you're at the tank.
I'm trying to get in.
You climb up and hop in. You're in.
The controls are fast. Just to try to start, I'll orient myself.
Do you have previous experience with these types of vehicles?
What if you can... I have the basic schematic. I've never driven one before.
Okay. Well, then give me a reason check. Basic. Green. Reason.
No, absolutely not. I can turn it to oxygen.
89.
Is that yellow?
That is yellow.
Congratulations. You managed not only to confirm that you can drive this thing, but you start it up. It is now, you now are in possession of a rumbling tank. You realize the firing mechanism requires another person to manage the cannon.
I can switch back and forth.
Okay.
I don't need to be outside to use my powers.
You've done a move, and you've done pretty much an action. You have basically a minor. Anything else you want to do this turn?
Can you drive it forward?
You might be able to start driving it forward.
I'll start driving it forward.
Try not to knock over the street lights.
Okay. So you get to about, say, here.
Forward?
More options you have.
Oh. What if I go the other way?
Well,
That's backwards?
you
Oh, good.
you could go forward or backwards, whichever direction you want to go. I thought
Turn.
you want to turn which way?
So I face up.
Okay.
Towards the alley.
Sure.
No, towards the wall.
Towards the wall.
Like that?
But back where the original was.
Okay. So like here.
Yes.
All right. You can manage that, definitely. It's making a fair amount of noise and it's rumbling. You hear a chuckle over the rumble. It's Nick Fury. All right. Andy the android's done. Now we're up to Jacob Jones the Whisperer. What are you doing?
Triple J.
And you are here.
Wait a minute. Visiting their house.
Yep.
I go to a Walmart store.
But I'm also I also when I was outside studied the local
Ironic.
output of the machines.
Okay. You think that you'd reproduce that very easily. It's very distinct.
Yeah, I'll still buy it.
Are the needles in Arkansas?
I'm going to go ahead and, they're behind us, right, Nick Fury and the rest of them?
Yeah, they're observing.
The other two guys behind Nick Fury?
Well, you see, they're right there. They're in green with weapons. Right here.
And it's all three of them? Oh, Nick Fury's going to write?
He's the bald guy in the black leather. Bald African-American man in black leather. Good-looking man.
With one eye.
With one eye.
Screw it. I'm going into Nick Fury.
You're going to swap minds with Nick Fury?
Oh, my God. Yep. I'm going to swap minds with Nick Fury and see what he's doing.
Oh, boy.
Nick Fury has an amazing psyche. You realize that.
Fury.
Okay, if that's what you want to do.
I mean, you're right. Sounds good.
No, actually doesn't.
I'm sorry, he's just...
I think we need to hear.
It's going to be a yellow to succeed.
Hold on. Maybe I've got to get to talk to the guy.
But just note that he gets a chance to resist, and he's got a very strong psyche.
He's a bum anyway.
His resistance is not futile.
No, resistance is futile. All right, so what I'm going to do...
You could try. You could definitely try.
Or I can try to do one of these other guys. I'm going to hold.
Okay, you delay. Brian Baird the Bat, you are up.
I get an attack.
Which one?
The active one.
The one that Andy just got into?
Yes.
All right, you are in it. You can man the gun right now if you like.
Now, if I use my vibration conditions from here, will that affect the tank? Can I do it out, like, I don't know, like...
You can't... You,
Focus them through the barrel of the tank.
It'll shake parts of the tank loose?
Yes, you can't...
Well, I don't know, there's viewports, I gotta be able to see.
if you have line of sight to the creature, you can. Right now, your viewport is staring at a wall, though.
Yeah.
So,
You
it,
can survive
Do you
any
want this
wall.
ball to still be here?
No.
I'm curious which is
How
more
many bullets
effective.
do you have?
I take stock of the ammunition in the magazine.
it has 6 heavy-duty armor-piercing rounds.
I use my energy control vibration on the wall. Telekinesis. No, telekinesis is less powerful.
Okay, I'm going to say the wall is made of concrete with a strength of 26.
Oh,
So,
that's green.
that should, for your vibration power, that should be a green.
And you got to put your vibration into the bullet.
Oh, no, I'm just I'm not shooting anything.
It's copper. Yeah, I was gonna say it's literally. I was gonna say
It doesn't work like red hair. Yeah. The wall is completely unaffected.
Seriously?
Yeah, I rolled a 17. I'm
Uh,
not even going to look that up on the chart.
it seems to shake a little bit, but then it doesn't move.
Like a little bit of this.
Yeah, some dust falls, there's cracks that appear.
Would it be...
You're giving me more credit than I would.
I could also
All right.
use my vibration at the same time. Hold on. To knock it over if I know what he's doing and I feel it. If I feel it's important, I can immediately interrupt on
You
it.
had your turn already.
He held it, he held.
So if you feel it's important enough to
If
do
you
it,
feel that it's kind of weak, you can bump it.
I can hit it with an extra vibration.
Oh, I don't know if that helps it. I don't know how that works.
Well, you're just using your vibration power of 46 to try to...
To amplify what he did, so it would add on to my 40, onto his 17, I would imagine, to amplify.
Well, he missed his roll.
Yeah,
I guess...
Like, how did I... It depends on how I missed that.
I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? You're 14.
I'm just saying, if you want
Yeah,
to, I can try it.
Here's what I'll say. On a miss, you can use your turn. Your power's 14. You could add 14 to his attack roll. But you can only choose it...
Just roll your own.
Okay.
I'm going to hold again.
It's your turn. You're the last person to go.
I'm still waiting. Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. I had the lowest in there.
Do you guys want to preemptively roll and set your initiatives for next round? And I'll leave it to one of you guys to fill those in. Just don't forget to hit enter. Chris, what are you doing?
I am going to use my sound manipulation
Okay.
to see if I can hear anything from the guys behind us or the machines moving or mechanical functions around. Okay, I can't do that.
Okay. Roll. What's your sound manipulation power?
26.
Okay. Tell me what you get.
Mike Tag. Max.
2 and a 2, 22.
22 on a remarkable is a white result.
Anti-glare.
You can hear them.
Rolled a 0.
You can hear scribbling and tapping. Nick Fury is doing some tapping. You can also hear some like gyros, some whirring coming far to the north, like past the buildings, like stabilizers or something like that. Mechanical machinery, but nothing that useful.
All right, I report to Brian and the rest of them that there are mechanical mechanisms going on, and that we may be able to vibrate those mechanisms out of whack.
Okay. Do you have any other moves?
How many moves do I get?
Well, you can move. You just took a power action. Now you can move if you want.
Sure. I am going to take cover behind the blue truck.
This one here, or this one here?
No, we're both here. I didn't move.
Chris, that one there?
Yeah.
All right. Done.
9. So what I heard was the mechanism is moving. I heard Victor on his thing. Probably controlling that. I'm sure.
But I don't even want to take out. What does he have there?
Listen,
How big is this device in total?
It's a tablet. Listen,
Can I see it where I am?
If it were a bad guy,
wow.
You don't take out the players, you take out the person controlling it.
Actually, I'm wondering what happens if you destroy the tablet.
Exactly.
Make it disappear a couple smoke, for example? A couple of oxygen?
It is the nerd's turn. The nerd, you are faster than everybody this round. What are you doing?
Whoa, faster than the monsters?
You are.
Where'd the clicker go? Can't see me. Can't see me.
What? I only have a 1d10?
Yeah, your intuition is less than 20.
You all stink.
Hey, I rolled less of a net than you.
Oh, it's a 5. We should have told me that.
I'm going to delay to see what they do.
All right, Mike the tank, or Max the tank, you're up.
So,
Whoa, we're in the middle of a fight here. So self-gratification.
can you give me an idea of where you would expect me to be up in the air?
If you scroll down a little bit, I kind of figured you flew back closer to your guys. You got hit, but you're out of range a little bit. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see where Max the tank is right now.
That's what I'm trying to figure.
Right about there. Do you see where you are?
Okay, I see where I am. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
How you doing, Joel?
That's enough words.
Yeah, which should work. Can we get rid of that? Thank you. Okay. The creatures haven't moved from where they were when I shot at them?
They have not.
Okay. Is there something inside this building that I can pick up that looks like it will do damage?
Well, there's that giant concrete slab.
Okay.
To your left.
What's that thing directly in front of me?
Directly in front of you.
That reddish orange thing?
So what do you do?
Right here, about this thing?
Oh yeah. That appears to be like a small machine used for lifting heavy items, like a modified forklift.
Oh, okay.
Like 500 pounds ish.
Okay, so I can easily carry that.
No problem.
Yeah. So my plan is to grab that forklift,
Okay.
and so I'm out of line of sight from them.
Right now you are out of line of sight, but if you move forward about 20 feet, you'll be back in line of sight.
Yeah. So my plan is by the time I'm in line of sight, they're not going to get a chance to target me. So if Adam can scroll down, or Dustin can scroll down a little bit.
That was wrong. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. Just scroll up towards the creatures, towards the. Okay. So I'm going to pick that thing up. I'm going straight through the wall of this building.
Through the wall.
The wall.
You're gonna smash through the wall.
With that thing in front of me.
Okay.
Okay.
Make me a roll on your rocket power.
Okay.
The wall is 26, so you'll still get through. But if you roll like a white, you may take some damage.
Okay.
But if you get a green, then you punch through without a problem.
You're welcome. So like I said, it might be too late for them.
Let's try.
No, they do the screenings, I guess, for the first 2 weeks of June.
How about a red?
Right now.
Really?
96.
Wow.
Do you have power stuff to smash through the wall?
Okay.
It's a remarkable 96.
Oh yeah,
Red.
that's red. Okay, so not only do you smash through the wall, but you begin to build up speed at your existing speed of 225 miles an hour. You accelerate far faster than usual. You are now traveling at max speed at 225 miles per hour.
Is that a pun? Is that a pun?
Maybe that should be his superhero name. It's as if you did not expend a power. Like you can now have a move, an action, and a minor. That's the nice result of your red. What do you want to do?
Awesome. So my plan was, as I came through that
Yep.
wall, the big guy right in the center,
Going for the big guy?
yep, was
All right.
to attempt to take this thing and smash him in the head, potentially taking out any of the sensors or anything that he may have, targeting mechanisms. I want to basically keep my speed up with this thing right and fly right through him.
Do you want to make me a...
battering ram.
Sounds good. Can you make me an intuition roll to see if you observe anything about him?
At 225 miles an hour.
What is your intuition stat?
It sucks, dude. 2.
It's 2? Okay. So you're going to roll on the feeble 2 column, and 61 or greater is equal to a green. Just go ahead and roll. We'll see if you see anything of interest.
So 61.
Mm-hmm.
How about a 91?
Wow, is that a no? That's you need 100 for a red. 91 is actually still a green under when you're feeble like that. Okay, so what you do notice, it's not that obvious at all. However, there is a small item from sort of the right shoulder of the creature, right behind the where the guns are. It's a rectangular block. It seems to be made of that metal, but it almost reminds you of the shortened antenna that you might see like on a vehicle used for like close communications or something like that.
Okay.
You think that might be a good target.
Okay. Do I have the ability to attempt to target that?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then that is my. Since I recognize it, then that is my plan.
I want you to make an agility roll,
Okay.
and we'll see if you hit it.
Okay, my agility is a 36.
So it's going to be yellow.
No, I got my. How are you at firing?
36 is remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
At firing, I can.
You aim?
Oh,
Did you aim for agility, I assume?
I assume, yeah. I know
I got green 53.
Actually, my agility's up.
Okay. You bring 225 miles per hour force with a 500-pound object against the shoulder of this creature. It does significant amounts of damage that you think you can see. It seems to stagger backwards.
Minor damage sustained to front chassis. Structural integrity at 100%. That tickled.
Upgrading.
You do notice, though, that the antenna is destroyed.
Good night.
Good night, Amy. Take care. You have a movement. You can still stay there. You can get the heck out of the way.
No, I plan to vacate the area as quickly as I can.
Okay. You think you can get back to where you were before, slightly out of range, if you prefer.
I think that would be advisable in this case.
Okay.
Because at 225 miles an hour, I understand with a 500-pound forklift, and it basically laughed at me.
It took some damage, though. You're not sure. Make a reason roll for me.
A reason?
Yeah, yeah.
100% internal structural integrity. That's it.
It's great. It could be just a decoy.
That's, yeah, it could be.
You could hex.
So was this the big guy or was this the...
This is the big guy.
86
Could be
is a yellow.
Yellow?
Pounding the
Okay. You heard it say 100% structural integrity. You heard it say that tickled.
Yeah.
But you know the damage that you did to this thing.
Okay.
You think it might be lying.
That is pretty cool.
All right.
That's a box hat.
That's it for Max the Tank. Good work. Now we have Enforcement Droid.
I rolled a 91, a 96, and then
Enforcement Droid 209 on the left-hand side has a sensor that emerges from a protected area, and you hear this.
Mutant genome detected. Alert. Mutant genome detected. Alert. Mutant genome detected. Alert. Engaging. Counteraction. Number 13.
It begins to glow, kind of whitish, but it's not moving. You think it might have mutant genome detected alert,
I'm glad you're talking about me.
initiating counteraction number 13, and it begins to glow, kind of whitish.
No, you're an experiment.
yeah, I was kind of.
Are you a mutant?
The second one
From birth.
crashes through
Yeah, no, I'm brand new.
the hole that Mike made, and it looks around. It spots the nerd hiding behind a desk, and it takes aim.
I'm behind the big pile of concrete.
I know, you are. It begins firing lasers at the concrete. The heat is extreme. The concrete is beginning to melt. It is protecting you for the moment, but it may not be protecting you for maybe a few more rounds, but that's it. And now we're at Andy Android.
It's a sound. Vibration.
No, it's not a vibration.
I'm going to try to drive the vehicle
I
to
was
the
gonna say, I
wall.
thought a laser beam was
Okay.
Because I've seen some James Bond movies where tanks just destroy
I didn't think it was a vibration.
the wall.
Well, there is no roof.
First,
Okay. It backs up easily.
you're going to hit a steam,
And you can scroll down if you want to see what's going on.
then I punch it.
Okay. Yeah, Joel left.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes ago he left. All right, so go ahead and what's your strongest mental skill for let's call it agility at this point.
That works for me.
All right. Put headphones in.
A little sign, a little button on the side to turn the volume down.
No, there's a rocket switch somewhere. So great.
Okay. That's enough. You smash through, and the tank does not appear to be stuck. You advance through the rubble. Bless you. And
Let's go straight through.
okay, you get to about here, running over some other vehicles, and I assume that you kind of get to about.
I'll try to avoid as much as possible.
Okay.
I don't want another one of those War of the Dead type things.
You have line of sight of. You're not blocked. Your vehicle's bigger. You have line of sight on the big one, and that's it. What would you like to do?
I think I'm set.
Okay, so then
Take another person, please.
to fire. That's true. Okay, that's the android. Then we have the.
I can go at any time. I haven't gone yet.
That's true. Do you want to go now?
Yeah, I guess I should probably go.
Okay.
Is he near or touching anything electric?
Not really a D.
He is right next to the outlet. He's right next to the outlet, the wall, the outlet in the wall, the one that is smashed through. There's an outlet right there, so he's pretty close to it.
All right, I want to ask you if I can do something.
Oh, also there's a light behind him, and so you could also emerge through that light if you wanted to.
I want to run up and dive into it.
Like charge him?
No, like
Changing into my
Matrix.
electrical transportation property and spend some time inside of him bouncing around, seeing if I can cause damage to his internal circuitry and program.
Like,
Okay.
Like Neo jumping into Agent Smith.
Well, what's your electric power?
Fucking
Nothing phases Bob.
Bob like that was pretty cool.
He's insulated.
I thought that was cool.
He's insulated with
69.
69. Is that a green or a yellow?
Energy path is remarkable 26.
69 on a remarkable. Oh,
You win.
oh! I think that just hits yellow.
What's yellow?
You're like in there by 1 point on the yellow.
I'm in there, baby.
You race towards the creature, at the last minute heroically diving.
You just see me run up, and I'm gone.
If that didn't work, you would have.
Actually, nobody sees.
Your momentary thought is, oh man, I might have just made the biggest mistake of my life. And then it just opens up before you. The world of the creature is now yours. You have access to schematics. You know the weak points of the electrical outlets. You know that it has targeting systems. You can sense something that seems very familiar. Make me an intuition check. Green will do it.
89. I don't think I need to check that.
89.
Is that a green or a red?
You recognize technology that is without question the same technology used by the supervillain containment group. It's the technology used on the manacles. It appears that it's been weaponized. And it's got an entire weapon structure designed for ranged attacks of some level of that technology. You think you can do serious damage right now.
I like to do serious damage right now.
All right, what do you want to do?
I hope it's a person.
You take it over? Can I take it over, or can I just damage one on the can?
Why don't you make me a reason roll?
These are all the names.
Oh, nine.
You got to think of it on your own. I can't quite give you that one.
Well, I mean, do I think I can do that, or am I just better off trying?
Well, you got to figure out if you think you can do that.
Right, exactly.
You gotta figure out if you take
All right. 20.
Try it. Try it.
You
Everyone try to fry the inside circuitry.
You-
Targeting the central processing unit.
you wish that your younger brother were here, because if your brother was in this form right now, this would be child's play to him. Now you wish that you had played more video games and had paid more attention to Mr. Morovik's computer science class. But sadly, you don't think that you know enough about this design to be able to take control over it. But you still think you could do some damage.
I actually was trying to fry the primary.
Is there a specific section that you want to fry, or the whole thing? Okay, very good.
That's also known as the CPU.
Or sometimes the problem.
47.
Unremarkable?
Is it part of my?
Yeah, that's your energy emission.
Okay.
So I think that's a green.
I could use some karma.
That might have been good.
Yeah, but I'm 2 bars into green.
Okay, 2 bars into green, and you're in it, and you're actually frying the CPU.
That's what I'm trying to do.
All right.
Structural damage at struct 1 0 green 3 mute sunlight battle ship Daisy your answer I have crazy all for trust love all
That is.
you.
Do I get the kill? Do I think I get the kill?
It collapses over. It stops its functioning, and it stops moving entirely. From everybody else's perspective, those who can see, which would just be Andy, the Bat, and Max, you guys can see this thing suddenly just kind of power down and stop. And you can hear it. It said something about chess moves, and it was singing a song, and then it slowed down.
Did it ask if we would like to play a game?
I think it recited chess moves. It was moving pieces or something. And now I think that you are going to have to spit out next round.
I went as a yellow.
You did go in as a yellow. That's true. All right, yeah, you could spit out. Where do you want to exit?
Do you want to just spit me out?
Sure. We'll put you by a light post. We'll set you farther back, out of harm's way. We'll set you in the light post in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
Well, I would just like to spit out right up him.
Oh, okay, very good.
I don't think I have that much control.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. Okay, there.
Well, he could have come out of the outlet that was right next to him by the wall.
Well, I was in him.
He was in
He wasn't
him.
touching any metal.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's fair.
I assumed it was a metal door.
All right, nice move there, sir.
Am I fried?
You seem okay.
All right.
You seem like you have no damage. 1 down, 2 to go. And now...
I make a note there. Score 1 for the nerd. Score 1 for the nerd.
All right, there you go.
Okay, so now we are down to Triple J. Oh no, the big guy is there. Does he have line of sight on you?
On the far side of the thing, taking cover behind it, so.
Yep.
I think so, but that's your call.
You hear a metallic crunch as it approaches, and it seems to line up on you.
Tracking computers engaged. Target acquired.
It seems to bear both laser cannons upon the nerd, identifying it as quite a threat.
Yeah, I guess I am.
The first laser strike is a miss. The second laser strike is a hit. You are zapped for 20 points of laser damage.
Attempt to use my reflection ability.
Oh yeah, you got reflection.
57, remarkable.
That is a green result. You are able to reflect it back. However, you are not able to reflect it back on top of him unless it was, say, a yellow or a red.
I'm happy that to be done.
So that's remarkable, 26 damage, so you took no damage from that strike. Well done.